I'm going to proclaim that you are the wizard of Atlanta real estate, maybe just for today, but I'm going to say that you're the real estate wizard in Atlanta. And as the wizard, the grand poobah, I'd love to know what was your opinion of the 2024 market? And like, nothing is off limits, like negative opinions, positive opinions. I don't want any spin on this.
It wasn't that positive in my opinion. And I mean, you look at so many factors, and if you want to talk about new construction or resale, new construction I thought was a little bit better than resales, existing homes. And if you look at, you mentioned at the start of the segment how they are connected, and they are, but even new construction, we look at the existing home market all the time, and it makes up 70% of the housing market. So that is usually your top competitor. What do I think about what happened? Well, resale closings, we're looking at the lowest total since probably 2011 that we're going to have this year.
Right.
I don't think you realize 2011, that was the bottom.
2011 was when things got the worst. Before we started seeing some good hope in 2012 in terms of recovery. But you're exactly right.
What's crazy, like, oh my God, like, you mean that we had the same number of resale closings as we did back at the bottom of the Great Recession? Well, it's just such a different market. Once the supply, I'm sure you've seen it, has really been on the rise lately, and it's getting close to, even pre-COVID levels now. It's still around 4, which historically, back in 2006, 2007, like, oh, it's so undersupplied. And the market relatively is, I would call, undersupplied if you look at the historical numbers, and
especially how many houses we need in the future. 100%.
Yeah, anybody who didn't have the opportunity to buy probably before 2021. They're in a tough spot right now.
Yeah.
Anybody who did buy, obviously, if you bought a home and that home appreciated, probably 40% in the last 4 years alone. Let's say you bought one 10 years ago, you're doubling your home value. So you do have some of that equity built up to buy your next move up home if you want. But it's for some home buyers. I mean, 38. That's the first time hearing that number.
And I haven't verified it, but I would believe it.
I believe it. I mean, I'm in my mid 30s, and I still have friends who are looking to buy their first home, and it's just, they kept holding out. A lot of them are getting, people getting married later. A lot of people don't want to buy a home until they're married, and you finally get married, let's say, in the last couple of years, and it's just, what do we do? I mean, do we just move really far out, or do we get something really small that we don't really want? And some people are just still stuck renting, and you're just in this continuous cycle of not really building much equity and then having enough money to put that down payment on. You see mortgage rates go down a little bit. I think that's maybe helping alleviate some of the issues. If you look at, I've started looking at this Atlanta Fed factor, and they'll do home affordability. It's a great number. They have some great graphs on there.
Yep.
And the biggest issue for home affordability, which is the lowest it's been since 2006 right now.
Right.
And it's been, they have some sort of level. They say it's not affordable, or if it's above it, it's very affordable. But it's the lowest since 06. Like I said, it's been below their affordability cap level since April 2021, which I strongly believe was kind of the start of the downfall. It's a year after COVID hit.
Yep.
And that's when, and then that's just because of home prices, and then the rates started skyrocketing. So I think just keep an eye on rates. If we can just kind of get down to maybe a 5.25, 5.5, I think will see a little bit of a boom back. What is the most shocking number, in my opinion, is that home prices are still going up. Year to date, it's up 8.3% for the existing home market, which typically, when most of the supply is on the rise, there's not much inventory. I mean, the inventory is going up as well. You would think that home prices were kind of stabilized.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, 8.3 is not that crazy, because 2 years ago it was 20, 25. It's kind of stabilizing. If you were to look at numbers from 2001 through 2012, 8.3% year over year would be the highest of any of those years. So typically 3 to 4% is what you want to see. It's normal. Obviously, you're a homeowner. That's great to see your home going up that high, but it's making the market more and more unaffordable.